Well, hey everyone, it's Markus and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. I am doing more Adelaide Fringe today because there are so many shows, there are so many cool shows, there are so many amazing shows. This show is going to be exceptional. I can't even wait to find out all about it. Please welcome from Melbourne, direct from Melbourne, Conor Lynch. Hey Conor, how are you?
Not bad, Marcus. Hello. I don't know why I'm waving. I'm I'm good, thank you. How are you going?
I'm good. What a great day today. A good day to be alive. The weather has been amazing. I'm happy. Fringe, Adelaide Fringe is only that far away from our doorstep, and I'm keen beans for it. Your show is coming here for the very first time. It's called Chimp, and I want to find out all about it. What's Chimp about, Connor?
Is a silent clown show. That's what I. That's it's a silent clown show where I play a chimpanzee for a whole hour and I don't say a word. I don't say anything. I'll make little noises and stuff like that. But it's a story about a chimp who uh the short of it is he wants to be a human in the human world, and he's got a whole audience there to sort of help him with the process of becoming human.
Where did the story come from? Like, how did it all come about?
Um, it was a funny thing. It was like I did a character at like a clown sort of workshop. It was like a comedy night variety thing once, and I got asked to come on, and it's like, oh, have you got a character? And I was going through like some of the other characters I did, and it's like, oh, I did this one show. I did a chimpanzee, or I did a monkey trying to play chess, and then I decided to bring it for this like one-off character night. But then I did the spot and I realized, oh, there's actually a lot more. Like I had a lot of fun playing. I was getting to watching like mocap videos and like Planet of the Apes behind the scenes and some other things. And I was like, oh, there's actually a bit more here. And I realized like the show from that I've been thinking about sort of maybe wanting to do a show for a while, and then this came up. It's like this feels really good. Like I initially had this thought actually of maybe doing a show that's like a zoo where I play like a whole bunch of different animals. But then basically once I found this first one, the chimpanzee, I was like, oh, there's plenty here. I think there's enough for an hour, I'd say.
There's enough content right here with the chimpanzee.
Mm.
Obviously, chimpanzees love bananas. Do bananas make an appearance in the show?
They do. That's one of the themes of the show. I feel funny talking about the show because I don't know how much I want to give away or not. I guess that's the but broadly speaking, it's a lot of it's like, yeah, like chimpanzees and monkeys. They love, well, they love bugs. They love everything. I think they're like quite broad eaters, but they do love bananas. I think they do. Look, they have to because the whole show's around it. um, but it's part of the thing. It's the idea of like Chimp. It's like in his process to be human. He's trying to sort of make himself more human, but that also means trying to sort of distance himself away from the things he likes as a chimpanzee. And one of those things is bananas, and that's sort of a little bit of the little like a recurring thing that comes throughout the show. It's like like it's like, oh, I'm trying to dress like a human, but oh, this banana's looking real good.
I am so intrigued. And you know what? You don't have to give away any spoilers in any way at all, because that's going to be the hook. That's what's going to get everyone getting the tickets. Like we said, everyone, the show is called Chimp. It runs from Thursday, the 19th of February, which is not that far away, till Sunday, the 1st of March. So a good couple of weeks to catch the show at the Yurt. I love this venue. It's really cool. The Yurt at the Courtyard of Curiosities at the
Mm.
Migration Museum, an amazing venue. And there's a lot of different areas, there's lots of different venues in that space, and a plethora of shows to catch in that space. Also, I'm going to be hanging out there quite a bit, so I'm definitely going to come and see your show. When you come, I mean, you've been to Adelaide before, you've been to the Adelaide Fringe before. Are there any other shows or venues that you look forward to going to see while you're here?
Well, last time I came for a week and I tried to see a bit of everything. I went to different venues. I really do like what I saw at the Courtyard of Curiosities. I think having like first when I went there last year, I heard a lot of things. I basically like for years I'd heard all these things about Adelaide. It's like, oh my God, I got this venue, oh, this really nice space, and you just hear everyone's having the best time. And then you go there, and the Courtyard of Curiosities is a really I believe it's the Migration Museum,
That's right.
and the museum itself is and the library, which is beautiful there. And then you have these and then you've got these spaces like the chapel in the year. I saw my friend Ben Volchok. He did this show, The Ceremony. Have you seen The Ceremony at all?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, he'd been doing it for years, and I finally got a chance to see it. And I thought that in the chapels are really sort of like, look very like heavenly, very sort of, like grand. And then I saw this other show, Chicken, at the that was phenomenal. But no, I think, yeah, but I love the functionality of that. Like it's like, you're just adapting a space that you wouldn't think you could make a show. Oh, I don't know, like chapels are like as many performances happen there. Um, and then a friend's show at the Mill and Arthur's Art Bar. I saw a gorilla in an armchair for 57 minutes, and I saw it in like this. I've like in this like this hot room on a Saturday night. It was very late, but the vibes were everyone was just like, it was cacophonous. It was really good. No, I really there's no, I find this seems like a really nice collective collection, just really nice little space. It seems like everyone's just willing to, if you can find a space to make it work, they're happy to put your show up there. I really like that energy of just, find a space to make it work.
You're calling out all the great venues. I mean, obviously, everybody knows the two big ones are the Garden of Unearthly Delights and Gluttony. But, like I say, there's the Mill, there's
Mm,
Arthur's Art Bar, there's, Holden Street Theatres, obviously the Courtyard of Curiosities. There's so many other
mm,
ones that are, around the place, that have got stacks of shows on as well. I encourage everyone, when you get onto the Adelaide Fringe website, everyone, go to the venues section, um, and just have a look at all the different venues that are offering incredible shows, because that's another easier way to explore the program. So yeah, fun times. And when you get to Adelaide, outside of the show kind of situation, are there any things you enjoy doing in Adelaide when you're here? Have you got a favorite restaurant, bar,
mm.
beach, whatever?
I, it's funny. I, one of the, a little behind the scenes. I've been trying to do videos to promote Adelaide, and I had one video I was going to do of like the top five things to do. I was keen for in Adelaide, which I am keen to do. Um, one of the look low, bro. We go low. I definitely enjoyed having like a very late night, like Hungry Jacks at the 24/7 Hungry Jacks on Rundle Street. What else? I went, the garden space is just so lovely around the area. I also found myself when I came a year ago, I was doing a lot of work, and I would just find myself going to the state library and just sort of like relaxing there and like just sort of setting up, and like it's just like it's quite a massive space. It almost feels very like back room sort of like, these walls. To be fair, these aren't the most exciting. I've told you a library and a 24/7 Hungry Jacks. It's um I've got some family in Glenelg. Lovely little beach down there. I think I'll be there now for about 3 weeks. So I'm actually really keen to basically like explore more of it. Just go down. It's like, okay, I've got a moment. I just want to go down to a nice beach. So I would say I'm open to new venues in Adelaide beyond the CBD. I really need to scoot outwards.
We're here for a couple of weeks. There's so much time for you to explore everything again. Um, hey, so back to the show. Chimp, are you, excuse me, forgive me. Chimp, when is it all ready for the
Do
stage
you
now?
want some water?
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Yeah, pass it over. Send it over by courier. Um, when you get to Adelaide with Chimp, is it ready for the stage? Are you ready to show Adelaide what this one's all about?
Yes, yeah. No, I think it's mostly ready. I feel like I've done it two times already. I've done it. I did it for Melbourne Comedy Festival last year, and then followed to Melbourne Fringe. And this feels like almost like every 6 months I'm doing it again. But I changed it more from the Fringe. I'm making little tweaks. I feel like I'm just getting it, refining it. But one of the things has been adapting to the yurt. I've had to really think about like I guess changing the way I perform and sort of looking because it's obviously you can configure how you want, but it's very in the round and sort of very surround. I think that will be really good for it. But I've been going there with my director. I'm basically I'm just doing go through the whole show. But really, the gist of it is just being like, yeah, rather than looking here, just make sure you look around. So I think that's like I no, like, it will be more than that as well. But I think there's I think what I'm excited about is like obviously there'll be more to it, I'll discover, but like just having rather than having like a wall of audience in front of you, the fact that all around, I just feel like there's more to. It's a very playful show. It's what like I think you play with members of the audience and sort of pick on them and tease them. I think having more access to more audience makes for I think will make for a better show. I can't imagine being make for a worse show. I can I, I should be good.
Question for you, a performance question for you. How long does it take for you to get rid of your normal persona and step into the role of being a monkey? Is
I
a transition?
I can do a little bit. I can like if somebody's like, oh, I'll do an impression, I can do a real like which is really subtle. I don't know, it's just facial stuff, but the physical stuff a bit longer. It's such it's a very physical show, and I wouldn't say I'm at my peak performance, but I do find myself do a lot of stretching pre-show. I've got my little yoga mat. I've got my little I've got my little still my little chimp bag. I've got my little like exercise ball, and very much it's just like a lot of hip stuff and like flexing up and sort of making sure I get limber. That's like one part. And then I think often sometimes if we're doing like a spot, I'll just sort of like punch down and sort of like just I think getting to the physicality. And I have spent I had the very first director I had for the show, my director Bob Burden, he I was very lucky to get him as a director, but he is a mime of about 40 years and he actually did like a monkey character himself like years ago. So he was a really good person to help with the show initially. But we in the lead up to the first version of Chimp, I did a lot of like rehearsals with him, and he was just basically going through the physicality, and we had stages, and so like that a lot of that's been drilled in about sort of like if I want to get to like and the show a lot of the show is about transitioning between like states of chimp versus states of humans, sort of going up and down, and so probably a little bit rusty, but like I know sort of how like we've had walks about like walking on knuckles and sort of hunching my back, and yeah, it's quite. I think what I mean, you sort of it's I'd like to get a point where it feels automatic, but does at the moment it is very like you have to really you still have to think about it. It's like, oh, am I low enough? And then obviously if you get to like, oh, that's starting to hurt a bit back there. But yeah, I think once you get into physicality, it does sort of you do feel more chimpy.
Now, I've got to ask you because this has been making me wonder the whole interview. I feel like you've ripped the cage door off of some animal enclosure behind you. What animal have you set free?
Me, that's the
Is that your monkey
that's the cage.
cage?
That's the cage from the show. It's
Oh,
like
there
a
it's a
really
prop. There we go.
it's the prop. It's like I don't want to. It's one of the things I'm so happy about actually with this show is can you see that all right?
I can see
The little
it.
cage. So
There we
I
go.
know this is it's pretty bit of a weird interview. Sorry, me just moving around. I
I
did
literally
a what was
thought
it?
maybe you like let a lion out of the zoo or something.
No, it's well, I'm glad you think that way. No, it's a very my I've got an engineer friend of mine, a guy called Max Arnold, and he is a like he's an engineer by trade, but he's also into like making props for show. He's very much he loves like theater and he's made some props for a friend of mine. And literally, I've heard all these things like, oh, I want to make a cage and a lock. And I want to get like a little fancy plate. I want to. And the first thing I actually did was, I was first doing the show. I thought that I'd seen on the mocap stuff that people who were playing like chimpanzees in movies, um, would actually have these like prosthetic arms, like these things you sort of like slide on to sort of make your arms longer. And the first thing he actually helped me make were these like we shortened some hospital crutches so that I had like these and like put little pads in the bed. So I basically had like this long sort of like arms to walk around. Got rid of it. It was we didn't need it in the end. But then I was like, "Can you make me a cage?" And it's like, "Absolutely." And so I've got this very, I'm very proud of it. It's annoying to move around, but it's functional. It really really works. If I can get locked up if I need to. It's works a treat.
All I see is excess baggage.
Yeah, I will be driving up, and
Okay,
it'll
well
be a
that's
packed
easy.
car.
That's fine.
Yes, yeah, yes.
There's no
But thank
fees.
goodness Adelaide's only 8 hours away. That's nothing wrong with that.
And don't bring bananas over. Just go to the central markets over here. You'll be fine.
Yes. Oh, that. You asked. Sorry, before thing. You asked me before about favorite locations in Adelaide. This might sound silly. Have you been to Melbourne at all? You've freight traveled around, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I found myself being so surprised. I that there's so much like chocolate milk available in the supermarkets. Like it's like look, obviously you've got farmers union coffee, which is famously in South Australia, isn't that the only state in the world where milk drinks outsells a cola beverage?
Yes.
I think that's fantastic. But like I went to a supermarket and like you've got nippies as well, and it's like I was like, oh, this is truly dairy country. So I find sorry, I can't remember what you said. Something reminded me. It's like I just got to tell you that's I really appreciate the supermarkets.
Conor Lynch, I am so looking forward to meeting you after the show when you get to Adelaide, not very far away. Like we said, everyone, the show is called Chimp. It sounds hilarious. I'm totally intrigued. I cannot even wait. It's Thursday, the 19th of February, right through to Sunday, the 1st of March, 2026, of course, at the Yurt, at the Courtyard of Curiosities at the Migration Museum. If you haven't been to that venue, you need to get along this year, specifically for this show, because it is a great venue and the rest of their lineup is awesome as well.
Mm.
Conor Lynch, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you when you hit Adelaide.
Marcus, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for the interview and lovely to meet you.
See you soon.